We only have one other issue, which is that Reverend Ron is sick. We don't know how he's sick, but he had a fever several hours ago and decided for the betterment of the community that we'd better not have him. He has provided his script. So tonight, you'll be hearing from Reverend Justin. Thank you, Justin.
Thank you for your flexibility.
You all know this one. So please stand as you wish and join me in singing the first and third verses of O Come All Ye Faithful.
Thank you, Wendy. Our minister, Reverend Ron Phares, wanted me to share that he is very, very sorry he couldn't be with us on this occasion. As Rick let you know, he is sick tonight, and he didn't want to bring his fever to all of us, so I appreciate that.
Okay, I'm going to do my best to channel Ron's energy as I share his words with you. And before we get started with that, before I knew I was going to be doing this, I was out walking my dog for a long time in this icy, frigid wind. So any redness you see in this facial area is probably wind chill, wind burn. If not that, it's seasonal, and it might be a reflection of what I'm wearing. So let me start with Ron's words here. So we are all souls. I'm Justin Lincoln. My pronouns are he, him, and I am so happy to see you. It is important that we gather at this time, as the darkness gathers planetarily, politically, and possibly personally. Our desire to be together in this manner and place speaks to a wisdom inside each of us. It is a wisdom that understands that when we gather our light, the light inherent in each of us, and find it mirrored in one another, the illumination, the insight, the warmth, the compassion and conviction, amplifies exponentially, dispels the darkness, and feeds the seeds of us. And so it is that we welcome you in all your frailty, in all your glory, your hope, your pain, your compassion, your action, your luminosity, and yes, even your darkness. This light of lights that we call a congregation calls to all, and we mean it. So we especially want to emphasize and reiterate a special welcome to those whose society has historically tried to dim. We want to say to our gay, bi, trans, and queer siblings, Thank you for being you and for being here. We want to say to people of color, thank you for being you and for being here. We need all your brightness in this season. It is a sign and a promise and a responsibility. It is a sign that the darkness will not last, and a promise that regeneration will come, and a responsibility to keep our light shining as others have done here throughout the ages. The fire has been tended on this land by Ute, Comanche, Arapaho, Apache, Cheyenne, Kiowa, Pawnee, and Lakota, and now you as well. May our light be a welcome and a guide. In fact, let's shine some of that light on the folks beaming in from further afield. Are you recording? Let's wave here. Let's give a wave to our remote viewers and Reverend Ron, sending our wishes for healing. And now let's rise in body or spirit to declare our community and light the world in song.
Please join me in singing number 235 in the Gray Hymnal, Deck the Halls. Thank you. Please be seated.
All right. May tonight be festive. May it be sweet. May it be soothing to the wounded heart. Tonight we braid together, or perhaps tease apart, two of the many stories that emerged from the foundational faith of light's return. For us tonight, that's pulling solstice into Christmas and returning Christmas to solstice. All these stories and traditions celebrating luminescence in a sea of night have some themes in common. They all feature perseverance and faith. They're at the same time celebrations, testimonies, and encouragements. And we tell them every year. And why do we do that? Because we need to. Every year, the spinning earth ushers us into long nights of a hemisphere. Every year, our lives usher us into long nights of the soul. This is simply the way that it is. But tonight asserts that life persists, that the light will return, that our hearts will warm again. I know for some, this season of intentional and traditional merrymaking can enunciate loneliness and loss, especially if that loss occurred within this season. And there's no doubt that the bright lights can accentuate the darkness. But let us not, even and especially in our despair, lose sight of the reason for the season. That reason is to remind us that, as prophesied by no less than Jeff Goldblum as Malcolm in Hollywood's Jurassic Park, life finds a way. Life includes you. Life is also bigger than you. Life includes you and everyone you have ever loved, anyone that's ever been and ever will be. You are an integral and unique part of eternal and indomitable regenerative flow. And that flow, life, is made possible when various parts find attention, attraction, resonance, and creation with one another. It may sound a bit clinical, especially in light of that God bless everyone that we hear, but attraction, resonance, and creation are the fundamental ingredients of love. And so while connecting Christmas to Jurassic Park might be one of the odder homiletical moves I've ever made, it is true that this season that reminds us that life finds a way points us finally and firstly to love. Now, the first century Greeks who first arranged the story of the birth of their Christ, the birth of light, they did something very clever. As opposed to the militaristic sensibility of the Roman Sol Invictus, unconquerable sun, the Christians rather observed that light, life, and love, while eternal and regenerative, are also tender, innocent, and even dependent on our protection and our parentage. So this is our role, to nurture the light, and that's to say to nurture each other, to safeguard love, to deliver life even as we know it, even as we know it is bigger than our part. For doing so will connect us with the eternal love that begets life and light, even when times are tough. And that is worthy of celebration. That is worth a draft of joy.
So this is number 231 in the gray hymnal. We'll be doing verses 1 and 2. Angels be heard on high.
So Reverend Ron asked me about what lessons I've learned from the holiday seasons. And the holidays always bring great lessons to me. When I was younger, learning to share presents with my sister because my family didn't always have enough to go around. Deciding which traditions really meant something to us and which were just things we did because you were supposed to. Learning how to decorate around the pets. You cat people know what I mean. And this year, we are learning how to celebrate with our only daughter's new family, including our first grandbaby, Lucian. Due to all the divorces and remarriages, Lucian has 4 sets of grandparents, 1 pair of great-grandparents, and a great-great-grandmother. with all the aunts and uncles and cousins that go along with a very large family on all 4 sides, spread all around the country. So this holiday is teaching me about flexibility. Currently, they live on an Army base in southern Missouri, a 12-hour drive for us. And I thought I was being smart when I locked in a Christmas visit back when we visited them for Labor Day. But then I got a text from our daughter, Caitlin, when the bio dad and stepmom visited them in October. Please don't be mad, but Nikki's family is inviting us for Christmas. And since we're only 2 hours away from St. Louis, we feel like we should take this chance to visit them. Who knows where the Army will send us next year? Well, obviously, my first thought was, but I called dibs. Dibs is dibs. But I held back, and I thought a little bit before I responded. Christmas isn't even a big holiday for us. As secular humanists you use, we're more inclined towards celebrating Yule. And as an Army brat and an Air Force spouse, I've been used to alternative holidays for most of my life. What did it really matter what day we celebrated on? So we gave up Christmas, and we'll be going down for the New Year instead. We'll have just as much fun together, and I'm sure Lucian will have a great celebration with bio dad and stepmom's family tomorrow. The reward for my flexibility came in today's video call. Mom, I'm so thankful that you never stress me out. We always have a great time whenever we're together, and I'm so happy we'll get to see you guys this week. We don't know where they'll be stationed next year, but I know we'll stay flexible, and we'll have a great time whenever we get together.
In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow was falling, snow on snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long ago, Christ, a homeless stranger, saw the gospel say, cradled in a stable, on a bed of hay. In the bleak midwinter, stable place sufficed. Mary and her baby, Jesus Christ. Once more child and mother weave the magic spell, touching hearts with wonder, words can never tell. In the bleak midwinter, in this world of pain, where our hearts are open, love is born again.
Wendy, thank you. That was beautiful. I want to share with you a poem by Jan Richardson. I cannot tell you how the light comes. What I know is that it is more ancient than imagining, that it travels across an astounding expanse to reach us, that it loves searching out what is hidden, what is lost, what is forgotten or in peril or in pain, that it has a fondness for the body, for finding its way toward flesh, for tracing the edges of form, for shining forth through the eye, the hand, the heart. I cannot tell you how the light comes, only that it does, that it will, that it works its way into the deepest dark that enfolds you. Though it may seem long ages in coming or arrive in a shape you did not foresee. And so may we this day turn ourselves toward it. May we lift our faces to let it find us. May we bend our bodies to follow the arc it makes. May we open and open more and open still to the blessed light that comes. That light stretches across time and space to find us, to find this place, so that life springs from non-life and all things are miraculous and holy. This night, receiving that light, condensing it to narrative and housing it in an infant whose story is oriented to love and fearless freedom, is meant to remind us that life is beautiful. Would that the world could rest in this knowledge alone. Life is beautiful. Beauty doesn't eliminate tragedy, pain, or inconvenience any more than love does. Beauty, life, and love give us all things that are possible. They give us this precious moment. They give us heart. Beauty, life, and love are so good, for they are both insistent and in need of nurturing, and so both assure us and call us to purpose. We can rest in that assurance and a light to that purpose. This is our faith. And this night celebrates our faith. In this case, our faith comes in the form of an infant or a crow or the promised return of the light or the sagacity and fetching countenance of Jeff Goldblum. Life is a miracle. You are a miracle. And so why should we begrudge the miraculous in this tale? Rather, let us allow it to lead us to love light and beauty and be grateful for this Yuletide light, the Christ light that's in all creation. Let us nurture it and each other and be caught up in this wild celebration of life. Please rise joyously in body or spirit as we sing joy to the world.
Thank you. Please be seated. Our offering tonight is our annual opportunity to contribute to the minister's discretionary fund. This fund allows our minister to help people in immediate critical need of financial assistance, provide scholarships to workshops and other programming, support local causes such as the Club Q memorial events, and occasionally allows for a treat for our hardworking staff. Rev Ron says he's experienced more need in his first months here than he has in his prior 11 years of ministry. That means that the fund is being put to very good use, and it also means that it needs replenishing. Our ushers will pass the baskets here in the sanctuary, or you can give online using the information on the slides. May we give in love and in hope. The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond them far, and to the earth it gave a great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields as they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. Thank you. Thank you for your contributions to our Minister's Discretionary Fund. Your contributions will directly help people in our congregation and in our community.
So I have your candles. We ready? So Rhonda and,
I guess it's just me.
oh, okay.
I'm the fire elf.
You're the fire elf, okay. So Rhonda's going to come around and help get those started lighting them. And we're going to prepare to sing Silent Night together in the darkness except for the flames, which is going to be really cool. But in doing so, tonight we turn once again to ceremony. We participated in water communion, which speaks to our character, in soil communion, which speaks to our yearning. And tonight we engage in a traditional and time-honored ceremony of passing a flame from one to the next that I'd like to reframe. This is nothing less than a communion of light. It is a ceremonial demonstration of our care for each other. This light symbolizes that we will nurture each other with our own light, a reflection of, assurance of, and a call to the returning sun. It's a promise, a faith, a joy. Our light, like an infant, needs to be nurtured, even as it is promised to guide us through the cold and the dark. This light, like that babe, is our promise, and through it, may we find love and life and beauty.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round your virgin mother and child. Holy infants are tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds wake at the sight, glory streams from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
From here, go forth this evening and have a peaceful, beautiful, and meaningful holiday, however you celebrate it. Be sure to bless one another. In the words of Barbara Brown Taylor, the miracle of blessing each other is enough to stagger the stars. But before you do that, please be sure to stick around here. We've got a lovely and festive spread of treats back in the small hall. Bless each and every one of you. Thank you.